Ladies and gentlemen, we please welcome to the stage Vikki Stone and Natasha Barnes.
So I'm Natasha Barnes.
And I am Vikki Stone, and this is Funny Girls.
Just in case you didn't know what you booked.
It happens.
It does happen. We should thank you for coming at the later time of 8:30.
Earlier.
Thank you very much. Earlier
Time.
Good start, good start.
Because if this was an hour later, it would of course be a crime. Yes, lovely. Although that said, it's now not criminal to be here. We could still commit crimes against theatre. So
We should also say hello to our live stream audience here this evening. Through
Yes.
the lens. There's hello
Hello to the live stream. I tell you what, everyone watching at home, why don't you give me a big cheer after 3? 1, 2, 3.
It's made it awkward now.
That's lovely, isn't it? That's really whipped the room into a frenzy for our show, hasn't it?
Yes, good. It's good. It's good. We should probably get on with it.
Shall we just start?
Yes.
Okay, so this show is called Funny Girls, and it is an exploration of the last 84 years of women being funny in musicals.
There we go. We do have quite a lot to get through, so we should probably get cracking.
So, it all started roughly in 1934 with the woman that has been named the First Lady of Musical Comedy, the great Ethel Merman.
In olden days, a glimpse of stocking was looked on as something shocking, but now God knows
You can't get a man with a gun!
What are you doing?
Well, he said we've got a lot to get through. I was moving on.
Yeah, but you've moved on to 1946.
Okay, look, I can fill in the gaps easily enough. In the 1930s and 40s, the female comedy characters were all just basically the same.
What do you mean?
Well, putting the great Ethel Merman to one side
We
for a
can't
moment.
put the great Ethel Merman to one side. She invented belting.
Yes, and I think I covered that quite nicely by singing, "You can't get a man with a gun!"
I think we might need a bit more depth.
More depth, okay. There's no business like show business.
Not what I meant.
I got rhythm.
Still not what I
I
meant.
got music.
No.
Should I tap?
Absolutely not. Right.
No.
So we are leaving the 1930s and heading straight into the 40s and the musicals of Rodgers and Hammerstein. Now, all of their early shows featured comedic female characters. I mean, there were loads of them. They all had funny songs. We could fill a whole show.
Okay.
Go on.
It ain't so much a question of not knowing what to do. I know what's right and wrong since I've been 10. I heard a lot of stories and I reckon they are true about how girls are put upon by men. I know I mustn't fall into the pit, but when I'm with a feller, I forget.
Good. His name is Mr. Snow, and an upstanding man is he. He comes home every night in his round-bottom boat with a net full of herring from the sea. An almost perfect beau, as refined as a girl could wish. But he spends so much time in his round-bottom boat that he can't seem to lose the smell of
I
fish.
have a brand new hairdo with my eyelashes all in curl. I float as the clouds on air. Do I enjoy being a girl?
101 pounds of fun. That smiling old honey bun. Get a load of honey bun.
I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair and send him on his way. Come on, admit it. They're quite samey, aren't they? They are, aren't they?
What?
I'm just a girl who can't say no
1001
when I
pounds of
have a
fun.
brand new
Get a load of
hairdo.
honey bun
I'm gonna wash that
tonight.
man
It
right
ain't
out of
so
my hair.
much a question
When I marry
of
Mr.
and send him on his way.
I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. 'Cause I'm just a girl who can't say no. I'm
just a girl who can't say no. I can't.
I'm gonna wash
that darling
Mr. Snow. Well, that is basically the 1940s done.
Yeah. So, on to the 50s.
Lovely, and you need a prop,
Yes,
don't you,
I do,
for this one.
I'll
Now, I'm
do
going
it.
to say that Natasha actually hasn't been to drama school, so she's very brave here,
Thank you, Vikki.
handling props in front of an audience. I mean, anyone would think that it's almost a viable job.
Almost.
Almost.
Let's see how I do with the prop. The average unmarried female, basically insecure, due to some long frustration, may react with psychosomatic symptoms, difficult to endure, affecting the upper respiratory tract. Right? In other words, just from waiting around for that plain little band of gold, a person could develop a cold. You can spray her wherever you figure the streptococci. You can give her a shot for whatever she's got, but it just won't work. If she's tired of getting the fisheye from the hotel clerk, a person could develop a cold. Okay, it says here, the female remaining single, just in the legal sense, shows a neurotic tendency. See note. Okay. Chronic organic syndromes, toxic and hypertense, involving the eye and the ear and the nose and the throat. In other words, just from worrying whether the wedding is on or off, a person could develop a cough. You can feed her all day with the vitamin A and the bromo fizz, but the medicine never gets anywhere near where the trouble is. If she's getting a kind of a name for herself and the name ain't his, a person can develop a cough. And furthermore, just from stalling the wedding trip, a person can develop blood grip. When they get on the train for Niagara, and you can hear church bells chime, thank you. The compartment is air conditioned, and the mood sublime. Then they get off at Saratoga for the 14th time. A person can develop blood grip, the post-nasal drip, with the wheezes and the sneezes and the sinus that's really a pip. From a lack of community property and a feeling she's getting too old, a person can develop a bad cold. Oh, sorry.
And I think you'll agree that was a very brave song choice in the current climate. I would say into the elbow.
Into the elbow
into
next
the elbow.
time.
Okay, so
Noted. Thank you.
that was Adelaide's Lament from Guys and Dolls, which opened on Broadway in 1950. Now, the writers of that show wrote the role specifically for Vivian Blaine. So Miss Adelaide was the role. They wrote it for Vivian Blaine because they decided that she wasn't the right performer to play the straight-laced role of Sarah Brown.
Now, also in this decade was Calamity Jane, a musical comedy West End with the leading lady getting to show off her comedy chops with songs like The Windy City and I Can Do Without You, rather than, you know, the comedy best friend role at the time, which was more of the norm. Oh, go on, give us a bit of Doris.
I just blew in from the Windy City. The Windy City is mighty pretty.
That's enough.
Okay, lovely. Now it's the 60s.
It is the 60s.
So the song that Natasha's going to do next is a song that I suppose was part of your big break as a performer. Mm-hmm. Yes. And it's a song that was Barbara Streisand's big break in the 1960s. And it's a song that's about the big break of the comedian Fanny Brice.
But nothing to do with the big break of Jim Davidson in the 90s.
No, this song is not about snooker.
Very important. Okay. Suppose all you ever had for breakfast was onion rolls. And then all of a sudden, one morning, in walks a bagel. You'd be like, oh, what the hell is that, you know? Well, no, until you tried it, and that's my problem. I'm a bagel on a plate of onion rolls. I got 36 expressions. Sweet as pie, to tough as leather. And that's 6 expressions more than all them Barrymores put together. Instead of just kicking me, why won't they give me a lift? Oh, why, it must be a plot, because they're scared that I got such a gift. Well, I'm miffed, 'cause I'm the greatest star. I am by far, but no one knows. And wait, they're gonna hear a voice, a silver flute. Ooh, they'll cheer each toot. Yay, that kid is terrific. When I expose it, now can't you see to look at me that I'm a natural Camille, as Camille I just feel. I've so much to offer. Oh, kid, I know I'd be divine because I'm a natural cougher. Something got it, not a lump. I'm a great big clump of talent. Laugh. Woo! She'll bend in half. Did you ever hear the story about the traveling salesman? 1,000 jokes, stick around for the jokes. 1,000 faces. I reiterate, when you're gifted, then you're gifted. These are facts. I got no axe to grind. Hey, what are they blind? In all of the world so far, I'm the greatest star. Who is the pip with pizzazz? Who is all ginger and jazz? Who is as glamorous as? Who's an American beauty rose with an American beauty nose and 10 American beauty toes? Eyes on the target and wham! One shot, one gunshot and bam! Hey, Mr. Ziegfeld, here I am. I'm the greatest star. I am by far, but no one knows it. Ooh, that's why I was born. I'll blow my horn till someone blows it. I light up like a light, right up like a light. I'll flicker then flare up. All the world's gonna stare up. Looking down, you'll never see me. Try the sky, 'cause that'll be me. I can make them cry, I can make them sigh. Someday they'll clamor for my drama. Have you guessed yet? Who's the best yet? If you ain't, I'll tell ya one more time. You bet your last time in all of the world so far. I'm the greatest, greatest star.
There's The Greatest Star from Funny Girl opened on Broadway in 1964 with a female comedic character front and centre, magnificently played by Barbra Streisand.
Yeah, and also in the 60s, we had the start of the Kander and Ebb musicals. So Cabaret was 1965, and they had plenty of comedy dark moments for another powerhouse performer, Liza Minnelli.
And just sneaking in at the start of her performing career at the end of the 1960s was Bette Midler, although she came to prominence not by creating roles in musicals, but by one-woman variety shows on Broadway.
Yeah, and we shouldn't leave this decade without mentioning Lerner and Lowe's My Fair Lady, and everyone's favourite Cockney heroine, Eliza Doolittle, magnificently played by Julie Andrews.
So, in my opinion, I don't think Eliza Doolittle is a full-blown comedy character, but she definitely has comedic flaws that endear her to an audience.
That's me again. All I want is a room somewhere far away from the cold night air, with one enormous chair. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely? Lots of chocolate for me to eat, lots of coal making lots of heat, warm face, warm hands, warm feet. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely? Lovely, lovely, lovely. Musically, though, the 1950s is kind of the tail end of the old Broadway sound, but by the time we get to the 60s, it's completely different.
So I'm going to do a number from a hit show from 1975. It's a show that is set in America, but I've always wanted to do a version set in the UK. So, do you mind if I do this in a dubious accent?
Well, no, I don't mind. I think they might.
Do you know, I'm going to take that risk. So, it's actually Natasha's turn to do the music for me.
Yes.
Yes, you ready then,
I
love?
am,
Yeah. Press play, dear.
Yeah.
I was so excited because I was going to go to the High School of Performing Arts. I was dying to be a serious actress. Anyway, it's the first day of acting class, and the teacher, Mr. Carp, we're in the auditorium, right, and he puts us on stage with our legs one in back of the other, and he says, right, we're gonna do improvisations. It is snowing, you're on a bobsled, and it's cold. Okay, go. Every day for a week we would try to feel the motion down the hill. Every day for a week we would try to hear the wind rush. Ooh, feel the chill. Ooh. And I dug right down to the bottom of my soul to see what I had inside. Yes, I dug right down to the bottom of my soul, and I tried, and everyone's going whoosh. I feel the snow, whoosh. I feel the cold, ooh, I feel the air. And Mr. Carp, he turns to me and he says, okay, Morales, what did you feel? I felt nothing. I'm feeling nothing. And he said, nothing could get a girl transferred. They all felt something, but I felt nothing, except the feeling that this bullshit was absurd. But I said to myself, do you know what? Maybe it's genetic. It's only the first week. They don't have bobsleds in Leeds. Second week, more advanced, and we had to be a table, be a sports car, ice cream cone. Mr. Carp, he would say, very good, except Morales. Try Morales all alone. And I dug right down to the bottom of my soul to see how an ice cream felt. Yes, I dug right down to the bottom of my soul, and I tried to melt. The kids yelled nothing. They called me nothing. And Carp allowed it, which really made me burn. They were so helpful. They called me hopeless until I really didn't know where else to turn. And Carp kept saying, you'll never be an actress. I think you should transfer to Girls' High. Jesus Christ. Went to church, praying Santa Maria, send me guidance. Send me guidance on my knees. Went to church, praying Santa Maria, help me feel it. Help me feel it. Pretty please. And a voice from down at the bottom of my soul came up to the top of my head. Yes, a voice from down at the bottom of my soul. Here is what it says. This man is nothing. This course is nothing. If you want something, go find a better class. And when you find one, you'll be an actress. And I assure you that's what finally came to pass. 6 months later, I heard that Carp had died. And I dug right down to the bottom of my soul and cried, 'cause I felt nothing.
Now that was a bit of nothing. No, I'm not being rude. The song was called Nothing, and it was from a chorus line.
And talking of nothing, the 1970s were the start of the Lloyd Webber boom. And he wrote, well, nothing for funny women.
Nope. No.
Come on.
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Come on, give him a bit of balcony, come on.
The truth is I never left you.
Not funny.
It's not funny.
It's not funny. That's not funny. Fun fact, though, Patti LuPone wrote in her memoirs that Evita was clearly written by a composer who hates women. Should
Ouch.
point out that is the opinion of Patti LuPone. That is not our opinion, especially on the live stream. Don't start tweeting, please. That is Patti LuPone's opinion, not ours. So, talking of Patti LuPone, the next song that I'm going to sing is a role that's been played by her and also a whole parade of funny female performers, including Imelda Staunton, Julie Mackenzie, Helena Bonham Carter. But it's a song that was originated by the world's favourite singing teapot, Angela Lansbury. And it's from 1979, and this is The Worst Pies in London from Sweeney Todd by Stephen Sondheim. So, Natasha, will you be the stooge? She doesn't like being the stooge in this, but can you get the chair, and please? You're going to have to be Sweeney Todd.
You put that chair there.
Yeah, come on.
So I had to do it.
Yes, sit down, please. Are you ready?
No.
Ready? Come on.
No.
Get into the Sweeney Todd, sit, come on. Here we are. Ready? Okay. A customer! Wait, what's your hurry? You gave me such a fright, I thought you was a ghost of a minute. Can't you sit? Sit you down, sit. All I meant is that I haven't seen a customer for weeks. Did you come here from a pie, sir? Don't forgive me if me head's a little vague. Ugh, what is that? But you think we'd have the plague? From the way that people keep avoiding, no you don't. Heaven knows I try, sir. And there's no one comes in even to inhale. Right you are, sir, would you like a drop of ale? Mind you, I can't hardly blame them. These are probably the worst pies in London. I know why nobody cares to take them. I should know, I make them, but good, no. The worst pies in London. Even that's polite, the worst pies in London. If you doubt it, take a bite. Is that just disgusting? You have to concede it. It's nothing but crusting. Here, drink this. You'll need it. The worst pies in London. And no wonder with the price of living what it is when you get it. Never thought I'd live to see the day. Man, I think it was a treat finding more animals. What are dying in the street? Mrs. Mooney has a pie shop. Does a business, but I've noticed something weird. Lately, all the neighbours' cats have disappeared. Have to hand it to her. What a good enterprise. Pumping pussies into pies. Wouldn't do in my shop. Just the thought of it's enough to make you sick. And I'm telling you, them pussy cats is quick. No denying times is hard, sir. Even harder than the worst pies in London. Only lard and nothing more, is that just revolting or greasy and gritty? It looks like it's molting and tastes like, well, pity a woman alive. With limited wit and the worst pies in London. Oh, sir, times is on. Times is on. She's never doing that again.
And now it's the 80s.
And we're still in the Lloyd Webber boom.
We are. Phantom of the Opera.
Not funny.
Cat.
Not funny. Well, the recent movie was, but not for the right reasons.
No. Also in the 80s we had shows like Blood Brothers.
And Les Mis opened in 1985.
Well, Madame's Madame Thénardier. She's a comedy character.
Yeah, sort of a comedy character. Well, if you think that not being nice to children is funny.
Yeah, well, and speaking of not being very nice to children for comedic effect, Annie was an 80s show, and Miss Hannigan is a great part if you want to shout at kids 8 shows a week. Little girls, night and say I drink and breathe from.
Now we're on to the 90s.
Yeah.
Musicals got a bit more angsty.
Yeah, and simultaneously a little bit more Disney.
Yep.
So the big shows at the time were Rent and The Lion King.
So this is a bit more of a left field song choice. It opened on Broadway in 1992, and it's from the musical Falsettos.
Yeah, so it was actually written in 1981 as a one-act musical, and then Act 2 was written in the early 90s. So in the words of an early 2000s Facebook relationship status, it's complicated. Our leading lady, Trinna, is having a little teeny tiny problem processing the fact that her husband has just run off with another man. I'd like to be a princess on a throne and have a country I can call my own, and a king who's lusty and requires a fling with a female thing. Great men will be men, let me turn on the gas. I caught them in the den with Marvin grabbing Wizard's ass. Oh, sure, I'm sure he did his best. I mean, he meant to be what he was not. The things he was are things which I forgot. He's a queen, I'm a queen. Where is my crown? I'm breaking down. I'm breaking down. My life is shitty and my kid seems like an idiot to me. I mean, that's sick. No, I mean, he's great. It's me who is the matter, talking madder than the maddest hatter. If I repeat one more word, I swear I lose my brain. Oh, what else should I explain? Oh, yes, it's true, I can cry on cue, but so can you. I'm breaking down. I'm breaking down, down, down. You ask me, is it fun to cry over nothing? It is. I'm breaking down. Now let's consolidate our simple thoughts. A healthy fruit is healthy till it rots. I agree. We sat beneath the apple tree, Marv, his friend, and me. And oh, speaking of friends, Whizzer is sweet and trim. I think he sets the trends. I think, in fact, I'll marry him. No, I want to hate him, but I really can't. It's like a nightmare how this all proceeds. I hope that Wizard don't fulfill Marv's needs. Ah, don't is wrong. Sing along. What is the noun? I'm breaking down. I'm breaking down. I'll soon redecorate these stalls. I'd like some padding on the walls and also pills. I want to sleep. Sure, things will probably worsen, but it's not like I'm some healthy person. I've rethought the talks with Marv, and one fact does emerge. I've never liked my chin, so that is why I am thinking thin. I'm on the brink of breaking down. I'm breaking down, down, down. I only want to love a man who can love me or like me or help me. Help me. Marvin was never mine. He took his meetings in the boys' latrine. I used to cry, we'd make a scene. I'd rather die than dry clean. Marvin's wedding gown, I'm breaking down. I'm breaking down. It's so upsetting when I found out what's rectangular is round. I mean, it stinks. God, I mean, he's queer. And me, I'm just a freak who needs it maybe every other week. I've rethought the fun we had, and one fact does emerge. I've played the foolish clown, the almost virgin who sings this dirge is on the verge of breaking down. I am breaking down, down, down. The only thing that's breaking up is my family. The only thing that's breaking up is my family, but me, I'm breaking down.
So, also in the 1990s, we had Songs for a New World by Jason Robert Brown, which, as a show, has a number of good comedic songs for women.
Yes, as does he show the last 5 years, but that's from the next decade.
Oh, right. So it'd be inappropriate to do a little bit of that song now? Would that ruin things?
Yes.
Yes, but I think Jason Robert Brown might be cross not to be included, so I'm going to do a bit now anyway.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Sure.
I could shove an ice pick in my eye. I could eat some fish from last July, but it wouldn't be as awful as a summer in Ohio without cable, hot water, Vietnamese food, or you.
It's quite odd out of context.
Yeah, it is, yeah. So there's a comedy song called Everybody's Girl from a 1990s Kander and Ebb musical. So Kander and Ebb, they wrote Cabaret. They wrote a musical in the 90s called Steel Pier. And there's a song from it called Everybody's Girl, and it's a genre of songs that I have coined, and it's called an I'll Have Sex With Anyone song. Here it is. In case your passion rages, I'm in the yellow pages. I'm everybody's girl. You won't be disappointed. I'm also double jointed. I'm everybody's girl. It's a topic that comes up again and again for female comedy characters in musical theatre. So, for example, I Can't Say No from Oklahoma is a lovely example of an I'll Have Sex With Anyone song. And these songs are nearly always written by men. So, Natasha, will you share with us the closing joke from this song, Everybody's Girl?
Sure. Men and me are like pianos. When they get upright, I feel grand.
That's the 90s covered. That's the 90s covered. Lovely.
That's it. And this brings us into the 2000s, the musical comedy boom.
Yes, we had filthy puppets taking centre stage in Avenue Q. Whoops.
I can make you feel special when it sucks to be you. Oh, it's another I'll Have Sex With Anyone song.
It is. That song is sung by a character called Lucy the Slut.
And that song wasn't written by a woman.
It wasn't written by a woman. No, it wasn't. And sadly, none of the songs that we've covered so far have been written by women. But this decade sees our first with Acorn Antiques, the musical, written by Victoria Wood. And that opened in the West End in 2005. So I'm going to sing the song Macaroons, which is from that musical, and it's sung by the character Mrs. Overall, which I'm sure you all know, played by Julie Walters. Now, I should say, I need a tabard for it, yes, of course. I should say there's a wee bit of strong language in this one, but I think it's important to do it exactly as written, just to honour the historical context.
There's a little something in the pocket as well.
Yeah, got that, got the hairnet, couldn't do it without it. Right, okay. I think we're probably there, aren't we? Lovely. The modern world is full of stress, so many nervous wrecks. People turn to alcohol, drugs, and even sex. Drink will rot your liver. Drugs put you in jail. Sex I don't agree with, but what works when they all fail is some tea on a tray and some biscuits coming your way. Bit of bake, well tart, lightens up the heart. Carbs will brighten your day. Can't feel blue, can't feel flat when you're munching sugar and fat. Spend no salaries on those calories. Don't bother with barbiturates or anything like that. Drugs can do damage. Take poor old Ozzy Osbourne. All he seems to do is fret and shake. He's a rock star, a baron. Now, I'm not blaming Sharon, but he's a stranger to the benefit of oven-bottomed cake. He would be smooth as silk if he lived on muffins and milk. Learn some etiquette, play the clarinet. He could be, with practice, a second acca-bilk. He could sip, he could sup his tea from a lovely big cup. Relax and wind a bit, F and blind a bit. Could have a custard fucking cream and shut the fuck up. Now, this next bit is a vamp, but it's a backing track, so I don't know where I am. Cocaine, orgies, not there, here. cocaine, orgies. Frankie Bow will tell you, a man's career can suffer a mishap. Now, scandals, they fester. Now, I'm not blaming Nestor, but Frank's never had the pleasure of an egg and chutney bap. Few less chains, few less whips. If he stuck to pasty and chips, a nice Madeira won't plunge you nearer to a television profile that's in total eclipse. All that sex, all that vice. He could catch a chill in a thrice. Take fellatio, cut the ratio, whop your chops around a lovely coconut slice. Flirting, foreplay, for old Billy Clinton. Just a thong of twilight and he'll lunge. What's a shame here, and Hillary's to blame here. She should have stuffed his lunchbox with a bit of low-fat sponge. To conclude, don't be rude. Just stick to comforting food. If you're feeling festive, a nice digestive will keep you all in the mood. Thwarted lives, shattered dreams, divvy out the old gypsy creams.
You can't say gypsy anymore, it's very politically incorrect.
What? Can't say gypsy? Oh
No.
dear. Pain and fear, you can smite them with a nomadic people's non-dairy biscuit effect item. Cheer your afternoon with the macaroon. Put a smile on your face. So your vision is shattered. Just get your crumpet buttered, and the world will be a happier place. I've got my hairnet stuck in my microphone, and I have a feeling it might have to stay there.
Oh.
Yep, that's staying. That is, yeah. There's no
No coming back from it.
No,
Do you want,
no, no.
Do you want to try while I try and top that?
No, it's fine, dear. Yeah, go on then. Oh, you upset because I just had a good
yeah,
song?
You,
Oh, I can, I can work on the hairnet
You've
whilst
got
you
a bit
sing.
2 minutes.
All right, lovely. On you go. Here you go,
All right,
dear.
I was just gonna
Okay.
go. So. Right. What ever happened to my part? It was exciting at the start. Now we're halfway through Act 2, and I've had nothing yet to do. I've been upstage for far too long. It's ages since I had a song. This is one unhappy diva. The producers have deceived her. There is nothing I can sing from my heart. Whatever happened to my part? I am sick of my career, always stuck in second gear. Up to here, with frustration and with fears. I've no Grammy, no rewards, I've no Olivier Awards. I'm constantly replaced by someone from Love Island. Someone from Love Island. Whatever happened to my show? I was a hit, now I don't know. I'm with a bunch of little knights, prancing round in woolly tights. I might as well go to the pub. They've been up searching for a shrub. Out shopping for a bush. Well, they can kiss my tush. It seems to me they've really lost the plot. Whatever happened to my... I'll call my agent, damn it. Whatever happened to my... not yours. Not yours. but my Did you get your hairnet out?
Mike. No, there it is. There it is. The hairnet is out. Yay! So that was from Spamalot, which is based on the 1975 film Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yes, and it was originated in the West End by Hannah Waddingham in 2006.
So another comedy legend that had 2 stage musicals in this decade was Mel Brooks. The Producers opened in 2001 and Young Frankenstein opened on Broadway in 2007. Now, the female comedy parts in these shows are a bit, how can I put this nicely? They are a little bit tits and teeth, but without the teeth.
When you got it, flaunt it. Show your assets, let them know you're proud. Your goodies you must push. Stick your chest out, shake your douche. When you got it, shout it out loud. Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah. Now, I should also mention Sister Act the Musical, which opened in 2006 with women being funny left, right and centre.
Yes, and Whoopi Goldberg herself even popped in to play Mother Superior for a bit in the original West End Run.
And another show from the noughties that it would be absolutely wicked, if we didn't mention.
I see what you did there.
Subtle, wasn't it? Should we just do a quick sort of truncated sort of
do a
best
little
bits?
medley.
Yeah, do sort of best bits. Okay.
You start.
You will be popular. That's
Is that enough?
Yeah, we've saved him 75 quid. So
we're never going to get the jobs now, Vikki.
Wasn't going to anyway. So, as with lots of the female performers we've mentioned in this show, Kristin Chenoweth, who was the original Galinda in Wicked, is the sort of performer that has comedy songs written for her.
Yes, and this next song isn't actually from a musical, but it was written by 2 musical theatre writers specifically for Kristin Chenoweth in the noughties.
Here we go.
Okay. Just moved in to 14G, so cosy, calm and peaceful. Heaven for a mouse like me, with quiet by the leaseful. Pets are banned, parties too, and no solicitations. Window seat with garden view, a perfect nook to read a book. I'm lost in my Jane Austen when I hear say it isn't so. Not the flat below. From an opera wannabe in 13G, a matinee of some cantata, Wagner's Ring, a Traviata. My first night in 13G, 14G, I'll put up with Puccini, brew myself a cup of tea, crochet until she's finished. 8:30, not a peep, except the clock tick-tocking. Now I lay me down to sleep, a comfy bed to rest my head, a stretch. A yawn, I'm almost hungry. No way, I spend it, right now, the girl upstairs wakes me unawares, blowing down from 15G, her reverie. She's gotten like her name is Ella. Guess who answers a cappella? I'm not one my voice or speak my mind? Might I query, would you mind if, could you kindly stop? Oh, that felt good. Sing without find a die.
Now we are racing towards the present day with the 2010s.
Yeah, and there's a lot of comedy, musical comedy for women in this decade, despite it not really being a boom time for comedy.
Now, of course, we've not got time for a lot. We're going to have to consolidate
a
bit because, of course, if we overrun, we could go to prison. So there is some actual urgency, isn't there, to this?
So we've got the history of wrong. We've got a bailout. It's fine.
It's only 10 grand. Oh, we could grab a whip round. Right.
Right, so we've got The History of Wrong Guys, a song by Cyndi Lauper from the Kinky Boots. Okay. Women have been making bad choices since the beginning of time. Are you gonna be another one of mine?
And you have to trust this. That one does really kill it in context. That one is really quite funny in context. So there's Matilda, which opened in 2010 with several funny songs for women of all ages. My favourite, though, is a song for a female character, but it's normally played by a man. But I'm going to sing it anyway. So this is a song sung by Miss Trunchbull. Okay. If you want to throw the hammer for your country, you have to stay inside the circle all the time. If you want to make the team, you don't need happiness or self-esteem. You just need to keep your feet inside the line. Tim Minchin is thrilled that this is in there. Absolutely delighted, absolutely happy about it. Okay.
Good. Then there's Waitress by Sarah Bareilles, which opened in 2015. And it's back to the old comedy best friend parts again, with Dawn singing about her fears around the prospect of meeting someone. So, a stranger who might talk too fast, or ask me questions about myself before I've decided that. He can ask me questions about myself, he might sit too close, or call the waiter by his first name or eat Oreos. But eat the cookie before the cream. But what scares me the most? What scares me the most?
You'll never find out.
No. Gotta move on.
Move on. Oh, we should probably mention the Book of Mormon, although it's very male-focused. Does have some great comedy material for the female lead, Nabulungi, which was played originally in the West End by Alexia Kadim.
Yes, and that brings us to nearly the present, and I suppose there's not really much we can say about 2020.
Although, I've written a musical in 2020.
Okay, we don't need to fool them into thinking I don't know that, Vikki. I know because I feature on the album.
She does. She does, and that's, of course, available to stream on all platforms. And isn't it very convenient? Isn't it convenient that we're both on that album? So the penultimate song, if you'll indulge me, the penultimate song on our journey through the funny women of musical theatre is a song from my debut musical. The musical is called #Zoological Society, and this song is called Marvin. And I think it's quite important that if you've not heard it before, the character is Connie, and Connie is a penguin. I think it's quite key that you know that. Where did you go, Marvin? Marvin, where did you go? I just want to know, Marvin. Marvin, I just want to know. I went for a swim on a Friday. Like usual, I queued for some fish. And when I looked round, you were gone, Marv. Just like that, you didn't exist. I thought maybe you'd hidden to bug me. You decided to mess with my head. Well, if this is a joke, it's not funny. It's not funny. I think that you're dead. But you can't be, we don't have secrets. We know everything everyone's done. We're counted and checked every day, Marv. So seriously, where have you gone? You better not be off with some other bird. Please tell me that can't be true. If I find out that you've done that, Marvin, you know what I'll do. I'm losing my temper now, Marvin. Marvin, where have you gone? Love is the pride of our species, and you told me that I was the one. The way you ate fish and then kept them, threw them up and then gave them to me. You made me think I was special. You made me think that we're meant to be. Marvin, I've got something to tell you. I was going to tell you the day that you left. I've been keeping it a bit of a secret, but there's something of yours in the nest. Is this too subtle for you, Marvin? So yeah, Marv, mate, I'm up the duff. Yes, pal, I'm preggers. I got a bat in the cave because you knocked me up, then fucked off. Marvin, let me put this bluntly. I've got to spend 60 days sat on an egg. Oh no, wait, Marvin, I've got an alternative. I could balance the thing on my leg. You're meant to be sharing this task with me, Marvin. I can't even leave to get trout. Marvin, I'm bored and I'm livid. If you came back, I'd tell you to get out. Oh, Marvin, I don't mean to nag you. I don't mean to get all upset. I've got an egg and it sent me all crazy. And Marvin, you've left me bereft. What if I'm a terrible mother? I can't bring up a chick on my own. I'm only just 5 years old, Marvin, and I don't want to do this alone. Penguins have a strong sense of duty. They look after each other with pride. They're meant to be here and not go AWOL. They should stay by each other's side. If I knew it was the last time I'd see you, I'd have said something other than quack. But how is a girl to know, Marvin, that you'd leave and you'd never come back? That you'd leave and you'd never come back.
Our final show, a song this evening, is a duet from Vikki's show where we both play giraffes.
So this evening, we are experimenting with some new costumes because I don't think it was clear in the previous gigs exactly what we were meant to be. So no. I think now it's going to be
clearer.
Quite clear.
Where's... Is this my one?
Yeah, it says
it's got
Natasha
my
in
name
it. Yeah,
on
it's got your name in it, love. There we go.
Just figuring out how to get in.
Okay, so these just come like down here. Yeah, and we're just the neck. That's the thing. We're just the top. You got yours on, dear. Are you struggling?
No, I'm all right. Could you have me my carrot?
Do you want the carrots? All right, dear.
These were made by Vikki. Just thought I'd let you know.
Can you tell?
She just appeared with them one day and said, I've had an idea. Oh, look,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, I need to say this line. Hang on.
No, wait, I need to press play. I've not thought this through.
You'll have to...
Well, you take the carrots. I need another hand to press play. Right.
I'll say this.
Oh.
So for our final number...
Yeah, lovely.
This, from the prompt that we've got.
Yeah.
This is a song called No Way Pat by Vikki. We play giraffes.
Yeah, they've got that.
Called Pam and Pat, who've been given some juicy gossip by a penguin.
Pigeon.
Pigeon!
Pigeon. Ready?
I'm a bit thrown.
Pam! Pam! Stop ramming that carrot down your neck. Get over here.
What is it, Pat?
Can you keep a secret between me and you?
You know I can, Pat. I can take it to the grave, Pat.
Well, you'll never believe, Pam, that this can be true.
What?
A little bird told me.
Do you mean a real bird?
Oh, yes, I do, yeah. It was a pigeon. But, Pam, you will never believe what I've heard. The cat's out the bag now.
Do you mean a real cat?
Actually, no. It's them, over there. And, well, I smell a rat.
Which rat, Pat? Which rat smells?
I don't mean an actual rat. Listen, you know that thing that her next door told you last week? Well, I know more, because I heard word from that earbird that her next door, she overheard that this lad from next door but one has packed his bags and up and gone, and his wife, well, she's in that way, and I just don't know what to say.
It can't be true, there's no way, Pat. How could he do a thing like that?
I don't know, Pam, but facts are facts, and he ain't coming back.
No, Pat. No,
He ain't coming back.
I just can't believe it, Pat.
Neither can I, Pam. Told you what that lot are like. They're shifty, sly, you know the type. That's what I've heard from my new mate, that small grey bird.
You're certain what he said was true? You know what birds can sometimes do.
Why would that bird tell lies to me? I trust him, Pam, implicitly.
That sort of thing is just not done.
That's what she said next door, but one.
It wouldn't happen over here.
There's no way, Pam, that's crystal clear. It can't be true, there's no way, Pat. How could he do a thing like that? I don't know, Pam, but facts are facts, and he ain't coming back.
Oh, Pat.
No, he ain't. I trust him as far as I could throw him, Pam.
Bet you could throw him pretty far, though, Pat.
How would I pick him up, Pam? No arms.
Oh.
Had you thought about that?
And how's your bad knee, Pat?
Oh, I can't on.
And what about Dave, Pat?
Well, at least I know he's at home.
Oh, that poor woman.
It can't be true, there's no way, Pat. How could he do a thing like that? I don't know, Pam, but facts are facts, and he ain't. No, he ain't. No, he ain't. You can never be 100%, can you? But I'm pretty sure he's a wrong un, Pat. He ain't coming back. Oh, well, I mean, they're not exactly shouting encore, but you know, I can feel it. I can feel that there's... Yeah. Go on, then. Yeah, go on. Go on, we'll be quick, okay.
Well, what are we gonna do?
What are we gonna do? I actually don't know. We need to think about how we can best close this show.
Why are you asking me? It's clear that I don't know.
We know it needs something, but where to begin? song before we get on the gym. Yes, we need to find a good way to close this show. Any ideas?
Nope,
Not
not really. Oh, we could reprise all the shows.
No, we shouldn't do that. I could take off my clothes.
No, you shouldn't do that. I could go into the crowd.
No, health and safety, please don't do that. I could just sing really
Well,
loud.
I've done a lot of that already. I could bow for an hour.
No, please don't do that. I could go for a shower.
Yes, you should probably do that.
Yeah, do you know what? Fair enough. I know. Why don't we end our show this evening, that's been a celebration of brilliant, funny women, by naming all the ones that we love?
Yes, I was going to say that.
You go first.
Doris Day,
Ethel Merman,
Julie Walters,
Gloria Graham,
Kamiko Glenn,
Victoria Wood,
and Christine Chenoweth,
Mary Martin, Sheridan Smith, and Liza Minnelli, Patina Miller and Harada, Julia Mackenzie, Whoopi Goldberg, Vivian Blaine, Imelda Staunton, Adele Anderson, Dee Keane, Liza Pullman, Sophie Louise, Dan and Julie Atherton, Jane Horrocks, Rhea Jones, and Hannah Waddingham, Cheetah Rivera and Carol Channing, Patti LuPone, Faith Prince and Mary Martin, Annalie Ashford and Priscilla Lopez, Jenny Galloway and Sarah Ramirez. We're so close! Glenn Close, Barbara Streisand and Angela Lansbury, Alexia Kadim, Carol Burnett, Tyne Daly, Stephanie DeBrusso and Leslie Margarita, Maz Murray, Barbara Windsor, and lastly Bette Midler. Yes, there's bound to be loads that we've missed, so please let us know who would be on your list. So I think I found the best way. We may have missed someone, but hey.
Yes, I think I found a good way to close this.
Anything you can close, I can close better.
I can close anything better than you.
The end! Thank you very much! Thank you on the live stream! Bye everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.